For the first time tonight, we are getting a look at video from inside this Granger County meatpacking plant raided by federal immigration authorities. The 2018 raid at the time marked the largest workplace raid by ICE. Agents arrested almost 100 Latino workers. It happened again at the Southeastern Provision Plant in Granger County, a slaughterhouse there. 10 News reporter Vinay Simlat joins us to walk us through the video and explain the lawsuit filed by some of those workers against the government. Vinay?
The employees claim that law enforcement violated their civil rights and used excessive force. They say the video you're about to see proves it.
The raid begins with a search warrant. IRS agents suspect the owner of this factory is hiring undocumented immigrants.
They do have a right to make the place secure.
But instead, they ended up arresting about 100 workers, all Latino.
They detained only those that were of color.
The lawsuit says the feds didn't arrest the plant's white workers.
I frankly think the lawsuit has substantial likelihood of prevailing on behalf of the plaintiffs.
In one arrest, this employee runs from the feds. Once they find him, agents pin him down. The lawsuit says one agent punched him 3 times.
Any court would likely find that to be a use of excess force.
And kept his foot on his neck.
It's medically dangerous and it was unnecessary.
Attorney Don Bosch has represented law enforcement in use of force cases.
I think some of those officers may in fact have criminal exposure for their actions that day.
It was a raid intended to find evidence against a plant owner.
I didn't know if you wanted to make any comment on behalf of Mr. Brandley.
No, we don't.
He tried to avoid paying taxes, insurance, and workers' compensation by hiring people here illegally. The owner was sentenced to 18 months in prison. Some of his workers were arrested, some deported, and some separated from their families.
I got home and I asked my mom if she knew about it, and she's like, yeah, they got your dad, and I was shocked.
The employees filed that lawsuit in February of 2019. Right now, the judge is considering whether to make it a class action lawsuit. It would let all of the workers sue law enforcement together. They're asking the federal government to compensate them for violating their rights. You can see more of that video from inside the factory on our website, WBIR.com. John?
Vinay Simlat with that update for us tonight.